I suppose it's somewhat to Jeremy Corbyn's credit that he's still living rent-free in the heads of the Tory frontbenchers, that they need to keep attacking him. At a particularly shameful PMQs yesterday, Johnson, on the ropes after the Sue Gray report had dropped, decided to resort to an attack on Keir Starmer by telling him he had campaigned for Vladimir Corbyn to become PM, essentially digging up all those old lies, referring to Corbyn as a Russian spy of some descript. Here's Corbyn on Russia.
Look, I don't believe that NATO caused the invasion of Ukraine. I believe that Russia caused the invasion of Ukraine by a decision made by Vladimir Putin.
A Putinesque stooge, my arse. Of course, Starmer laughed at it, and why wouldn't he? His treatment of Corbyn has been far worse than any verbal diarrhoea Johnson comes out with, still suspended from the parliamentary party and likely to remain so, such as Starmer's fear of him, still demanding an apology from him over something the NEC had already exonerated him over. Besides, Starmer's People's Vote campaign sabotage showed he never really backed Corbyn's vision for the country, was positioning himself and has no vision of his own. Sadly, Lindsay Hoyle, the speaker equivalent of Nettle Rash, a man with all the authority of Brewer's Droop, laughed at this too. You can't call someone a liar on his watch, but you can imply they're a spy. The man is pathetic. He should be demanding Johnson correct the record, but he won't. And of course, there's Johnson's record, isn't there? Allegations that his election campaign in 2019 was bankrolled by Russia to the tune of $630,000. Why did he give a place in the Lords to the Russia-born son of a KGB spy of Evgeny Lebedev, a party that has allowed London to be referred to as a laundromat for Russian cash, a party so slow to act on sanctions against Russian oligarchs, they bought them time to shift their assets instead of freezing them immediately. Literally, the Tory party's largest individual funder, Lyubov Chernikin, is the wife of Putin's former deputy finance minister, and another big donor is Barry Newsman, who works for Russia's second largest bank. But what am I thinking? The truth rolls off a Tory like water off a duck's back. Facts such as these won't make any difference. Perhaps we should play them at their own game then. According to a tweet by Dominic Cummings, Johnson has referred to himself as the Führer. So perhaps Keith should go with Adolf Johnson next PMQs and see how that goes down. Maybe Yvette Cooper could get on the game and go with Pol Pot Patel just to hammer the point home. It's childish, fictitious nonsense. It shouldn't be permitted to stand. It shows what a circus our politics really is.